entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey now fans of Team Fireball, Matt Haywood here to do a quick recap and review of the latest episode of Star Wars Resistance, which is titled The High Tower. For the first time in 2 episodes, Star Wars Resistance returns to its main plot thread this week, so there's a heavy focus on Kaz's mission to spy on citizens of the Colossus for the Resistance to see which one of them is a First Order mole. The fueling station is under a mandatory power outage to conserve fuel, but those living in its prestigious tower are allowed to keep their lights on, which causes Aunt Z to speculate that Captain Doza is in leagues with the First Order. It's later revealed that the First Order is coming to the Colossus to meet with Doza, which only fuels Aunt Z's claims and therefore causes Kaz to set his sights on gaining access to the tower to see what the First Order could be meeting about. He, along with Niku, Tam, and BB-8 eventually get into the tower with Hype Phazon's help, because you see, the Aces live in the tower and get to experience its luxuries, so Kaz uses Hype to get close to the First Order's Von Reg, who is the one meeting with Doza. Kaz learns that the First Order is trying to blackmail Doza into a protection deal that would see the First Order protecting the station from the same pirates they paid to attack it during the show's 3rd episode. Doza calls him on his coercion tactic, but Von Reg also reminds Doza that he's doing shady things with the underworld that the New Republic would frown upon, so the two end their meeting without any deal. It's clear though that the First Order isn't done trying to strong-arm Doza into one though. After the meeting, Von Reg finds out that Kaz was spying on him using one of Niku's communicators, which results in the First Order troopers chasing down Kaz around the station and trying to take him out while Aunt Z and her patrons hilariously gamble on Kaz's odds of survival. Tora Doza eventually covers for Kaz with the First Order, and even though her dad plays along, it's revealed as the episode ends that he's been watching Kaz all along and is now very curious to figure out who he is. I really appreciated the fact that this episode solely focused on Kaz's mission for the Resistance, because quite frankly, after the pilot episode, the show has somewhat pushed Kaz's main mission to the back burner. This was in part due to the need to set himself and the rest of the cast up, but to me this show's bread and butter is folding in elements from the live-action trilogies, so I'm glad we returned to a plot filled with old-school trilogy Easter eggs, as well as elements that help to push the First Order plot forward in Resistance itself. This episode also helped to shed some light on the mysterious Captain Doza, who Kaz clearly now thinks could be the First Order mole, but in the same light, Doza is now also locked in on him to figure out what his true intentions are for being on the Colossus. There are definitely more key plot threads now to focus on thanks to this episode, so I liked how it peeled a few layers back on the overarching narrative, but it also created a few new mini subplots of note that will surely lead to more major revelations. I'm still finding Niku to be one of the best characters in every scene he is in, and his humor that really isn't humor but a Drax-like literalism that he lives by always provides for a few laughs. He's a great sidekick for Kaz, and he's always good for a smile. We also learned more about why Tam has such a hard edge to her, as well as the ace Hype Phazon, who clearly has some beef with the First Order, but the extent of it and his reasonings for it have yet to be revealed. The High Tower is definitely one of this season's best early episodes for its focus on Kaz's core mission, so I hope the others continue to build upon it while also providing ties to the old and new trilogies. Thanks for watching. Matt Haywood signing off for entertainmentbuddha.com, where we make you a better geek one post at a time.
entertainmentbuddha.com